Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Rule the Waves 2 as Great Britain. Our global war is not going too well. Although we have won a crushing victory against Russia, and we in fact have them blockaded now, the combined forces of Germany, France, and Italy have successfully blockaded us in Northern Europe, and that is not good. So we're going to have to shuffle things around and see what we can do about that. And while I doubt Japan is going to join in anytime soon, there is a non-zero possibility that they might. And if they do, well, I don't know where we're going to go from there. So let's see what we can do. Let's see. We've got some carry. Let's see. So significant considerations. We need to cover the Mediterranean from potential Italian hostility. They only have one dreadnought, but they do have a lot of heavy cruisers, and that is overall quite a bit of offensive power there. So they may be tempted to try an invasion, and we cannot have that. An invasion in the Med would be absolutely unacceptable, and that means we need to redirect some of our forces in that general direction. So, I'm thinking of taking, let's see, what kind of forces do we have? So, we got one battleship in the Indian Ocean, currently en route to Southeast Asia, but I don't think we're going to keep it there. We have air bases under construction at almost every available spot here. In fact, it is at every available spot, but I don't think that's going to help soon enough. We're going to have to divert forces to cover the Mediterranean. I believe we also have some battle cruisers and heavy cruisers in the Caribbean. We can send those over here as well. Oh, we also have a CVL. Alright, so we're going to have to send those all over to the Med. And I think we're also going to grab the battleship from the Indian Ocean and send that over as well. It may also be worth taking some additional carriers out of Northern Europe, but I really got to get this blockade broken as well. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have sufficient force to break the blockade until we get into another major battle in Northern Europe, and we start taking down some of the enemy's capital ships. So Germany has a lot of battle cruisers, and both France and Germany have a lot of carriers. And we're going to have to deal with those to break the blockade. Okay, so first things first. We need to find the ships in, not Northern Europe, got a lot of scrolling to do, the Caribbean. Alright, here we go. So we're going to grab the Indivisible, 2 Endeavors. And what else do we have? We also have some destroyers. I'm not too worried about the Gurkhas. But we need the Fabulous, and we need the Garys. There we go. Okay, so we're going to grab all of these, so we have a decently balanced force, and we're going to swing those all around and park them in the Mediterranean. Okay, so that's set. Next up, sort by displacement. And then we want some more CVLs to provide additional air cover. Alright, so with that in mind, let's see. We've already got the Fabulous heading over there. Let's also take the Splendid. Or should I take some of the Maxtons? Honestly, I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. But I do want more, so we'll go with 2 of them. So we'll send the Superb and the Fantastic over. Hopefully that'll be enough to provide sufficient air cover. Alright, And those are going to the med. Okay, then we need to take a look at our destroyers. And I know we've got some of them. Garys moving over to the Mediterranean. Let's grab a few more Garys. Send the rest of them over as well. So yoink. Off you go. And then I do believe we had a battleship, the Hercules, which we can redirect as well. Back to the med for you. Okay, hopefully that'll keep things covered. And then ultimately it's up to these, the I-boats, to keep things covered in Southeast Asia. The other big thing, while I have an invasion planned for Tonkin, that can't launch while I'm blockaded. So there's no point in spending $8.25 million per turn on an invasion that cannot activate. So we're going to cancel that. All right. And with that level of budget freed up, we can crank up our production of corvettes as well. So we're going to make another 10 Vinovas. All right. And that's going to have to work. Okay. Now, what we really need is fights in Northern Europe. Okay, here we go. Oh no. How is Russia still invading us when they're blockaded? That can't be right. They don't have the forces. Yep, they decline. Okay, that makes sense. Cruiser action against Russia. Near Finland. Ugh, that's a terrible plan. Well, and sure, they've still got a decent number of heavy cruisers, but no, I need to fight against France and Germany, not against Russia. Cruiser action against Italy. Well, we only have 6 light cruisers. Yeah, it looks like most of our moves into the Mediterranean were blocked. That's weird. Oh, we're going to have to pass on that. And another cruiser action against Russia. What is going on with this? Raid on coastal shipping, Russia. No. What the heck? Coastal raid, Russia. No. What the heck is going on? Oh, it's Germany dominating the seas in the Mediterranean. Okay, Italy? Sure, that makes sense. Modern jet aircraft are more powerful, but also more expensive than earlier aircraft. Interesting. And illegal displacement warnings. That's interesting. Alright, I'll have to take a quick look for any of those. Oh no, the Polaris is overweight! This is very much a naval war. The army has nothing to do with it. Okay. And of course Italy invades Egypt. Absolutely not. And Japan joins the war. Well, great. That's going poorly. How many submarine has torpedoed the Iron Duke? How many submarine has torpedoed our ship? Garbage lighter number 4. Well, Is the enemy running out of ships to torpedo or something? What's going on here? Food is becoming scarce in Great Britain due to submarine sinking some merchant ships. Enemy submarine is torpedoed and sunk our corvette Viana. Okay, France has... Okay, at least they're losing something. French raider cruiser. Wow, that's a lot of friendly merchants sunk. Okay. But it looks like the blockade is broken. Okay, so that's something. So despite having ships out of the fight, that is weird. Why is the blockade no longer in effect? On the other hand, with the blockade broken now, their submarines have more stuff to find. So that would explain the heavier submarine losses. And Japan has once again invaded Borneo. Why has it not given me the option to object? That is extremely weird. Okay, well, first things first. We've got some orders we need to make. What the heck? Why did the Vinovas disappear from my build options? Alright, show me the older designs then. There we go. It's not that old of a design, it should be fine. Hang on, what's going on here? Whew. Okay, we're good. Okay, 10. And then another 10. Because getting these things out in large numbers is our only hope. Okay. Do we still have our invasion going on? It does appear to be still going. Haven't heard any news about it. Yeah, French troops resisting attacks by British forces. Okay. We're gonna have to do something about the Japanese at some point. This is the second time that they've done that. And with tensions higher... Alright, what's going on down here? So Germany has sent ships down here. And we're going to need something to break that invasion too. Well, we have our forces. Where did our forces go? I had a whole stack of destroyers en route. That is very, very strange. What's going on here? Hercules has arrived. Why did they stop in Northern Europe? That is weird. Okay. Well, at least they're moving. They still have the orders. Alright, well, let's try moving them again. Now that the blockade is broken, they should be able to move just fine. Once we stack enough... Nope, not Caribbean. Whoops. We were looking for Mediterranean. Once we stack enough ships in there, we should be able to fend off the invasion. And we specifically needed the rest of the Gary class. Grab those and move them off to the med. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, hang on. Should probably also send some of these minesweepers down to the med. Yeah, we're going to have to send some minesweepers down there as well. In fact, let's grab these and these. We're going to move all of those ships to the med. Got some additional coverage in there. But at least the blockade is broken for now, so that should help. Alright, anything else we need? Yes, I know my carriers are a little bit obsolete. That's fine for now. Okay. And now I need a fight. A proper fight. And if I don't get one, we might actually have to reload. So I'm going to save this real quick, just in case we don't get a good fight this turn. We'll see what happens. Okay, next turn. Battle in support of land combat. Alright. That I have to fight, because this is our opportunity to fend it off. Alright, and we have 2 old, outdated, and irrelevant cruisers. Whoops. Well, I mean, they're not too terribly bad, but ew. Why are these guys in this fight? They don't belong at all. Not in the slightest. Well, at least it's about to become a night fight. Of course, those guys may not have radar, but these guys do. Well, I mean, they got some, but it's not great. Alright, but these guys have some decent radar. And that should help quite a bit with whatever we end up facing. Alright, let's see, what are these guys doing? Screening, okay. Let's actually try putting them to support. And let's see what we can do with this. Alright. Radar contact to the south. Round you go. Well, we'll go with 20 knots for now. Should be safe enough, whatever that is. Staunch reports a radar contact to the north as well. What's going on here? Okay, multiple contacts to the north. Alright, I don't want to engage those until it's nightfall, so let's keep going south. Yeah, okay, that's definitely whatever enemy force we're dealing with. And I want to know what this thing is down here. Okay, it looks like they're engaging it. Whatever it is. Ah, there we go. Starting to get some hits. Okay, and it looks like we're starting to engage those ships as well. Let's see, can I tell them to focus fire on the northern stuff? Okay, unidentified ship division, yes. Focus fire on that. Okay. Oh, come on, destroyers, do your thing. Okay, well, let's engage these. Alright, torpedo hit. Good. Let's order the flotilla attack, send the destroyers in, and try and keep our cruisers a little bit further back. Since we're a bit limited on speed. There we go, torpedoes away. Well, whatever that thing was initially, it got hit pretty hard. That's slowing down. So let's turn back around, see if we can close in and finish it off. Whatever those are, we'll worry about them later. Okay, we have visual contact. Okay, And I think it is down. Let's go check out this thing as well. And then we can try heading south. Okay, there's still something over here. Okay, we got it on radar. Let's see if we can cross our stern. And there we go. We'll do one quick sweep. Destroyer, Simone Schaffino. It's not a bad destroyer there. Granted, ours are just that extra 25% more in every category, but you know what? That's fine. Let's see, do we have anything else here? Corvettes. Batteries. Where do I have batteries? Huh. Huh. I didn't know I had 6-inch coastal batteries. But you know what? Sure. Okay. The enemy fleet should be somewhere around here. We've sunk 2 of theirs so far, so that's not bad. Oh, hang on. I saw something. They're somewhere in this area. Alright, flotilla attack is withdrawn, and let's see, are you guys done reloading? Yes. Okay, plenty of ammo left for you. Decent ammo left for you guys. Okay, let's try. Oh, hang on. There's something here. 20 knots. Back down to normal speed, and let's find out what this is. And of course, the weather's terrible. Okay, that's friendly. Whew. Unknown radar contact over here. Let's go check it out. Man, who would have thought radar would be so horribly affected by rain? Oh, there's something over here. I saw it only for a moment, but there was something. Okay, I think that's just patrolling ships. That's fine. Alright, scenario over. Alright. Well, not terribly bad. We sank one of their cruisers, one of their destroyers. Huzzah! Well, hopefully that'll push the tide of the invasion in our favor. Alright, minor victory. Germany is still dominating the seas in the Mediterranean? What? I call baloney. France, Russia too? Russia doesn't even have any ships there. And illegal displacement messages. Okay, cruiser Sirius is commissioned. Thetis is commissioned. Okay. Various bad news. Ah, there we go. Much better. Only 15 merchants sunk, and we took down 16 submarines. That, I think, is quite sustainable. Oh. Okay. They're blockading us. Well, that explains why our merchant losses are down. Well, yeah, we did lose a significant chunk of displacement here. Interesting that that little bit is enough to make the difference. Let's take a quick look at the Caribbean and see what we can do about that. Because I don't like the fact that they are... Alright, if we take these new blunderbusses and I throw them on active fleet, that's an additional 40,000 tons worth of firepower. And while they don't have the experience yet, they'll get it. We don't have time for them to work up. We need that blockade broken. Okay, next up, we needed to order some more... Actually, you know what? We're just going to make a whole new design based on the Vinova. It's not really a whole lot to change here. And they only really have a 2-inch gun and a whole stack of ASW. I can't really think of much else to do with them. So, sure. We're just going to do a brand new design that is essentially a repeat. We'll call that the Mizar class. Alright, and... yeah, that's fine, those are fine. Okay. Yep. Now I don't have to go digging through the menu every time. Let's order 10, well, 20 of this new design. There we go. 20 new ships. And we should start getting the new Corvettes in a little while. 2 more months. Let's see, what else do we have? Did our ships actually make it to the Med? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, come on. There we go. Well, Germany has some ships there. France has a little bit. Italy has plenty. But Russia has no ships there. Why were they taking away victory points from me for Russia not having anything? They literally have nothing. That's not right. Anyway, let's see. What else can we do? Oh, I was also going to check and see. Sort by location again, because there were some ships that I didn't want getting into fights in there. So let's see. Well, not Caribbean. Those are fine. It was Mediterranean. And we had... okay. Conquest. That one can absolutely go in. But we've got some active fleet ships that do not... oh, hang on. Those are heavy cruisers. That's fine. Okay. These guys... let's see what happens if I take these foreign station ships and plunk them down on trade protection. Okay. Looks like things are okay. And hopefully, when they're on trade protection, they won't get dragged into fights they don't belong in. That said, I should probably see about bringing some other light cruisers in, so I have something to lead the fight. Well, hang on. We do have the Conquest here. So let's active fleet that. Do I have any other conquests? Well, we got one there. Let's see. Sort by type. Okay, and... what are these? Okay, the Proserpines are already all active. Okay. So that's not an option. Conquest is trade protection in the Caribbean. No. We need this sucker in the Med. Alright, active fleet. Mediterranean. Off you go. Okay, we're not having too many issues with raiders out and about. which is actually kind of surprising. That's something France loves to do usually. Okay, and some of our comuses are starting to go obsolete, but we're just going to have to deal with that. Okay. Let's see, one more. Yep, type, sort, looks good. And 2 more turns till our corvettes come out. Okay. Well, not much else to it. Save, and 1 more turn. And hopefully we get the fight that we're looking for. Nice big battle. Alright, Russia's trying to invade again. I accept, they decline. Hooray! Free victory points. Battle in support of land combat near Cochin, China. Unexpected battle. Oh, that's good. At least that means that France is forced into the fight as well. Okay. Oh, it's actually spawning. Okay, let's see what we have. We've got 2 light cruisers and a mass of destroyers. And it looks like there's going to be another radar-directed night fight. Alright, guys. That's up to you. Put that radar to good use. Do we have any special missions? No, not that I can see. Okay. Well, in that case, let's get this started. In fact, let's pick up the pace so we can get there a little sooner. I have no idea what we're going to be encountering, but I'd like to do it at night. No contact between fleets, scenario's over. Oh, haha! Take that, France. One of our submarines has put a torpedo into them. Let's see, what were we actually facing? Yeah, 2 heavy cruisers? Oh man, I would not have wanted to encounter that during the day. Alright, so heavy cruiser Victor Hugo. Okay, Lavoisier class. Oh man, I would have loved to encounter this with my heavy cruiser. Heck, even my light cruisers would have stood a chance until they started hitting back. So they've got reliable search radar. That does mean they'd be able to see us. But hopefully once we start hitting them, it'd go down. Oh man, what an ugly boat. Those torpedoes just really spoil the look. Now, if they didn't have those torpedoes there, then the secondaries would have been in a sensible location, and it wouldn't be this weird pinched view. Alright, but yeah, that took away almost half of their stuff. Yeah. Well, darn. Maybe next time we'll get a little bit luckier. Alright. But that'll count as a victory for us. Where were they, anyway? How the heck were we supposed to encounter them when they're all the way over here and we weren't anywhere near them? Huh. I think that move ships forward procedure has failed in this case. It's normally supposed to move them close enough to that an encounter is likely. Alright, yep. Let's leave. Minor victory. We'll take it. Oh, the French conducteur is holding a speech announcing total war. Okay. Finish construction of air bases. Yes. That's a lot of air bases here. That's going to be very expensive. And of course, just after the French conducteur declares total war, they look to see about surrendering. Nope, we're going to press them. Unexpected advances in torpedo technology. Our scientists have finally figured out the workings of teardrop hull. Okay. A new improved model of the Bristol Blenheim. Alright, let's see what we've got. Looks like only improvements in range so far. Speed is the same. Range is longer. Quite a bit so. Firepower is the same. Payload is the same. Oh, good reliability. That's nice news. Okay, yeah, we'll take it. The Italian army has defeated our beleaguered forces in Egypt. What? Baloney! We've won every fight there so far. And of course, fighting continues in Cochin China, but they haven't given in, even though we've won every fight there too. Ugh. Something is wrong there, and I do not like it. Okay, our cruiser Sirius has been sunk by a mine. That's not good. Destroyer Funk. Okay, Intendard. More destroyers. More destroyers. Our flying boats sunk an enemy submarine. Good. And they're still blockading us. Huh. Rumors of war weariness and protests in France, even though they're the ones blockading us. That's fine. Okay, is there anything else we can do to try and actively break the blockade? I want to actually challenge it and fight the blockade. I have the forces, I know I'll win. I just can't activate the battle in Northern Europe. The only ones that are spawning are against the Russians. Now, that doesn't help. But at least we're still resisting down here. And yeah, I am refusing to accept that. In no way, shape, or form does Italy get Egypt. No. Definitely not. I reject that. As soon as this episode is over, I am rolling that back. They can keep fighting their invasion, but they haven't won anything. And I refuse to accept that. So, take that, Italy. You didn't win. You didn't beat me. So you can go off to a corner and sulk. Or something like that. Oh my. Alright, let's see. I need to order some more ASW ships. Let's see. Build ships. Let's do more Mizars. 10 and 20. Alright, there we go. So when we do break the blockade, that should help quite a bit. Alright, let's radar that so it can actually move. Okay. Anything else? Not that I can see. Oh, hang on. Why do I still have ships in mothballs? Okay, we've got active fleet those. I thought that much was obvious. We need every ship available. How could I have been fighting a war for this long without having my old faithful dependence class minesweepers? No wonder why we've kept on running into mines. Oh, and we've got the Derwents and mothballs too. Okay, well, let's put those on trade protection so they don't get sucked into fights they don't belong in. Because those are destroyers, not corvettes. But we definitely need their minesweeping capabilities assigned. Oh, and we've got these guys as well. Do I have any other ships in mothballs? Well, I think that's about it. Okay. Well, these ships can most definitely be effectively put to use on trade protection. I'm not going to active fleet them because then they'll get sucked into battles they don't belong in. But trade protection is a perfectly safe usage for them. Oh my, that's a lot of ships out of action. Well, that's a problem. We need the Glorious back, because that is a significant amount of firepower. Okay, resort, and, well, let's go on to the next turn, and hopefully we actually get to fight them. So, save. 2 ship moves. Stopped by what? Coastal raid, Russia. Why am I still facing Russia? Oh, here we go. Small engagement against France. You know what? I'm going to pass on this. Just because a small engagement isn't going to help. And that is way too close to enemy air cover, so I'm not going to go do that. Cruiser action against Italy? Yeah, that is something I can fight. Let's do that. Alright, let's... What the... Why did it drag this guy back into the action? He's on trade protection. Okay, you know what? No. We're going to redo this turn with some proper battle spawning. So I'm going to pause this real quick and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, I have rolled back to just before I clicked next turn and concluded a peace deal with Russia, given that they were essentially bludgeoned out of the war and their fleet was almost completely destroyed. So I have concluded a peace deal with them, so they are no longer a valid target for the battle spawner to select. So whatever we end up fighting, it'll be one of the guys that we actually want to fight, and that should make a big difference. So, let's get this party started and actually find something that we want to fight. I also did a little bit of shuffling around in terms of what ships are where, so hopefully we have a few more ships available to help fight the enemy. Yeah. And with the addition of... I apparently had 2 heavy cruisers on trade protection that were not in Northern Europe. So I have pulled those back to active fleet, and between that and the peace deal with Russia, we were able to break the blockade. So this next turn is probably going to hurt as far as submarine warfare is concerned, but with the blockade broken, we can now start pushing forward with our invasions, because those were not making any progress, and we were also not turning back enemy invasions while we were blockaded. Alright, let's go. And here we go. Fleet-sized raid on merchant shipping. Alrighty. That's the sort of thing that I was looking for. Oh, unexpected battle too. I guess we have no choice in the matter. Let's see what we get. We're going to attack enemy shipping in general. Yep. And there we go. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, order of battle says main force... and some coastal forces. Actually, hang on, let's see what we got. So first we'll close that. Coastal force, merchant divisions, and... Well, looks like this is a primarily surface action. Let's see, cruisers, carriers, cruisers. What do we have in our carrier division? The Griffin. What the? Okay. So they're over here. Oh, alright, cool. We've got another group as well. So we've got a total of 4 carriers at sea. Looks like it's all fantastic beasts. So that's good to know. Let's see, what are these guys doing? Okay, so these guys, Rock, Unicorn, Pegasus, are supporting the Griffin. So that should have very heavy cap in this general area. And I guess Griffin is... Let's see what Griffin is supporting. Cruiser Division 6, the Abacure. Okay. Start covering down here. And what do we have down in the main force? It's very fancy lines. I would love to see all the battleships lined up like this, but instead we have heavy cruisers and light cruisers. What on earth are these guys? Okay. So these fellows are independent. That's not a good plan. Let's actually try forming them up a little bit closer. So let's see what else we got. We have Light Cruiser Division 18. Core on the Niobe. Okay, that's not a good plan. And then those are core on Bardiche. And these guys are core on the Venus. Okay, yeah. That's fine. So these guys can all support that. So all the light cruisers can work together. I'm fine with that. And these fellows, I guess, are scouting for the Abacure? Okay, yeah, that's fine. But we're going to have to shuffle things around a little bit. Let's take the Abacure. We're going to say your role is core on, where was it? Cruiser Division 15, Niobe. Hang on. What the heck? That's weird. We'll put you guys core on the Abacure. Okay, there we go. And these guys are independent because this is the flagship. Okay. Okay. I think I know what's going on. Alright, so the Cruiser Division 6 is our lead formation, and everyone else is centered around that. We have Cruiser Division, 16? Yeah, Cruiser Division 15, forming on Cruiser Division 6. This next group forming on Cruiser Division 15. These guys, and so on and so forth. And plenty of destroyers in support. And these two fellows, scouts. Hopefully they'll do a decent job. Check what our radar coverage is. Okay. Overall looking pretty good. And honestly, I have to say, this is a pretty good arrangement here. There's just one problem. We are sallying forth just before sunset, and I have no desire to get into a fight at night with all of my carriers. That's what we call a bad plan. On the other hand, there's also not enough time in this episode to actually fight this battle, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to call things to a close here, and when we pick up the game tomorrow, it's going to be a slightly more sensible time for a raid. We're going to send our forces out in broad daylight. In fact, bright and early, so we have all day to do our fighting. So, until next time, this is Katori87, signing out.